first time I stayed in traffic in the middle lane with 2 lanes with cars on my left and 2 lanes of cars on my right for an hour. And the reason why is because there was an accident in Salt Lake City, so they shut down at some point they closed in some section before I enter Salt Lake. They closed the highway, the freeway, and we had to exit and find a different route for me to go to school. And I was supposed to be I was more than an hour on the highway, I guess, because I was supposed to be in class at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I arrived there at 10:15. Keep in mind I leave like at 8:15 till 9:15, 2 hours. Well, I was not for those 2 whole hours on the highway because I had to go to the highway and get out of the highway and go to school, but turns out that there was a truck driver, pickup truck, driving on the wrong side of the road that hit a bus, school bus full of military personnel. The truck driver is dead, and the driver of the school bus is with minor injuries in the hospital. I don't know what happened to the people in the bus. It seems like they're okay, but yeah. So my teacher, I texted her, it's really bad, the traffic, I cannot even get out of any exit because I was in the middle. And some people were bold enough to cut through, like literally like go diagonally, and people let them because they couldn't wait. But as I was in this forest of cars around me, everybody was on their phone calling or frustrated or I don't know, loud music with open windows, and it just made me think, the thought that kept coming to my head was like, you're supposed to be here right now. This is an experience for you. And so, you know, it reminds me of how many people were late for work the day when the 9/11 happened because of like silly circumstances, like somebody spilled their coffee out, had to go change, missed the train or whatever, like things like that, were not feeling well, or something happened to the car, couldn't drive. Like, I know, and I was praying hard, like all those cars around me are like patient and have the patience to wait and see what happens. And we were moving. It was not like I'm completely stopped. We were moving, but very, very, very slowly, 5 miles per hour, and many in intervals, like stop, go, stop, go. And so until we all had to be milked out of the highway because it was blocked with the police car, and there were other cars that were showing arrow to blend in to go to the exit. And so it was my first time though, and my teacher understood. And then I go to class, and we're 3 students in that class. And I go to the classroom, and what do I see? I thought they'll be like in hot talking about some kind of like blending of vowels and consonants, and how to teach little ones to, you know, teach them English and how to read and write, phonics, phonemic awareness, all that. No, it was just my teacher there, and I'm like, where are the others? And she's like, they're not here. And I was about to text her to don't even bother, because I'm there at 10:15. The class starts at 9, so I'm like an hour and 15 minutes already into the class. But you know what? She's a good teacher, and I have to say I'm a good student. So we sat down and we did some work together. We even went through the test that is coming up for me summer, the Utah test, and it felt good. I thought maybe why am I even bothering going now that I'm like halfway missed, but it was just me and her, and we went through, we watched a video and about a lady who is teaching phonics awareness, and we went through 2 articles and we did some practice, and we went through the test. The test is 100 questions. It's multiple choice. I have to print it out because I don't like computers. I don't like staring at the computer screen. That will be on the test, but the practice test, I want to have it hard copy, and we're going to practice that towards the end of the semester. But today was quite the day. It was wow. So my other classmates didn't make it, probably not feeling well. There are germs everywhere, and the kids and I are still acclimatizing with all the new germs, or the local germs, and the germs that are, you know, every year they change and they mutate and they get more persistent and harder to fight with. So 2 of my boys and my baby girl were down with whatever that was. Now she's getting better. Didn't have temperature this morning, so that was great. The sun helps, vitamin D. Being out helps. But oh boy, today somebody decided to end his life because my teacher suggested that maybe that truck driver was doing it on purpose. She's like, you know how some people jump in front of the train, and like, yeah, that's the daily reality in Japan, you know, like people don't really talk much about it. They're really efficient and very quick to clean up all the blood from the train and the railroad, and they just clean up really quick after, because they don't want to traumatize the other people. But yeah, I guess it's a reality here too. And anyways, it was an experience. I don't know what to say. It's sad. It changed everybody's day. The decision of that person around the area, everybody's day was changed. Lots of people lost their cool on the highway, tried to get out as fast as they could. I stayed till the end, then until there was no more going up front because there was a police car and cones. So I had to find another way to go to school. Thank goodness the GPS, the Google map, that really helps. Otherwise, I'm still learning my ways around. So it was just kind of like wow kind of day today. It started just normal and fine, but there is snow on the mountains, but it feels like springtime. And there will be more rain coming this weekend, and next week will be cold. There will be probably one more snowfall before spring really comes. But I remember last April when we came, there was the next few days there was snowfall. There was snow on the ground, and the babies went and they touched it and they were like, oh, it's cold. So I remember in April having snow. Some people up north in Ogden say that they have snow sometimes even in July. But it doesn't stick. It just snow falls and then just melts. So it is what it is, living in the mountains. They're beautiful though. They're really beautiful. So yeah, today's gonna be cloudy, and then there will be a lot of rainy days ahead of us. My knees feel it really well. They tell me before I check the weather app. I know it, my body tells me. That's for now. future me. Just had one of those days going to school today. Halfway done with the semester. One of the hardest, I think. We'll make it work.